Yes, finally.
We're here.
What's up?
We're here. We're all Gucci. We are Bolo. We're all Gucci.
Hey.
All right.
Woo! What's up?
Woo. All right. Fuck. My anxiety, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Just from all of that.
I couldn't imagine that you'd ever experience anxiety.
That was a lie.
That
was a lie.
Yeah.
That was a lie. I don't even know what that means to.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute.
I was going to say it's a good try at being relatable. Like, good job.
I was trying to be cute.
I mean, the marketing girlies are like, oh my God, Stan gets me.
Stan gets anxiety, gets me. I don't get you. Make me money. Let's start. So where are we starting? We're starting with creator.
Is that, I mean, we started with newsletter yesterday, so I mean, that's kind of up to you. If you'd like to choose.
Yep.
Creator.
Let's start on creator.
I mean, we both love, both love this creator.
We got a winner.
Woo!
We got a winner. We both agree. We both agree. All right. So today we're talking about Ali Abdaal. You know what we need? We need we should print flashcards and flash them in front of the live of who Ali Abdaal is.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the Subway Surfers on the side. You just
actually,
put
it's so funny to do just at the bottom of that thing, just pretend it's a visual effects. It's just
Kevin moving a little
piece of paper that slides up. So we're talking about Ali Abdaal today. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is on live. I'm watching the comments as we go. So tell me if you know what the hell we're talking about when we're doing it. So Ali Abdaal is a YouTuber. He was a doctor in training. I think he became fully fledged doctor.
He was.
Yeah, by the end of the day. Yeah. And turned YouTuber. And I don't even think it's turned YouTuber. It's turned entrepreneur.
I think so too.
Which is why I was saying to Laura, he's a good one when we talked about it yesterday. And I think maybe we need to give a rundown on his journey.
Right. From the beginning.
Do you know the beats?
A little bit.
Of the business journey?
Of the business journey. I don't know how and it came about. I know what
let's go.
happened.
Let's just do it and I can fill in the gaps.
So, he was a doctor and then he was finding that he was burnt out all the time and he was figuring out, what do I do to not feel this way? Surely it doesn't have to feel this way. And so then he really honed down into figuring out productivity, not hacks, but how to optimize your productivity. And then he started making YouTube videos about how to take your exams better, how to study better, all of that stuff around studying because people obviously...
His journal videos?
What journal videos?
Oh, bro, go back and watch his journal videos.
What is that about?
They're those aesthetic bullet journal stuff.
I would love to watch that. Oh my goodness.
God, it was insane. It was one of his first big ones at court. It's where I found him.
So he was essentially a study guide, med school study guide kind of YouTuber at the time.
Yeah.
And then
smart niche.
Yeah. And then he realized that
up the wise desert. Yep. Keep going.
And then he realized that there was a whole niche forming around productivity and I don't want to say hacks. It's not the...
No, he just I don't think it's so much that he realized, is that he liked making more of that content and he's very good at understanding analytics. He's a smart guy. He's a doctor.
Right.
He
is the doctor, yeah. He's very smart.
He's very smart.
And then he leaned into making more of that rather than studied focus around medicine, more productivity-based education.
Yeah.
And then from there, oh my gosh, my brain's blanking and it's just going straight to his book. But
there's heaps. I mean, that was a big period that we sort of gloss over.
Yeah.
Because he went to he was nothing to then 2 million followers in 3 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna.
Oh no, you carry on. I just thought you're about to skip to the next bit, but that YouTube piece was quite a while.
Oh, it was literally ages.
It was 4 years, 2 or 3 years before he started actually implementing anything else. The newsletter started 2 years in or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the time frames and when.
I can't remember exactly time frames.
I also don't know what came before what. I just know the latest thing is the book.
The latest thing is the book. But the newsletter was YouTube, then it was newsletter.
Right.
Yeah, so
Sunday snippets.
Yeah, so that came next. And in the scheme of the big things, that came next.
And was that just based off people enjoying his
He knew.
productivity content, and then he was trying to find another branch of.
So in his post-rationalization of his plan, which, as we know,
Could be.
we can say, yeah, we meant to do that. In his post-rationalization of his plan, what he said was, I did the newsletter knowing I could build an audience off of these people, and then I could ask that audience what did they want. And from the beginning with his newsletter, what he did was he segmented audiences very, very well. So he didn't just keep sending people the same stuff.
Interesting.
And then he started sending
that.
people different things and asking them different questions until he found a group of people of about 5,000, I think it was, of who wanted to be taught how to do YouTube.
Yes, I was going to. Yes. Yep. Keep going.
And then so he had already built a little bit of other media parts to the business from that stage, but not huge. It was pretty nominal. Most of it was top of funnel YouTube channel. He got this newsletter, siphoned down to this 5,000, went to him, do you want to buy this course?
Yes, I remember now.
The course sold for $4,000 or something a person.
Because it was a cohort, right?
And I can't remember the numbers, but it was hundreds of people who signed up to the first one. And so like from day dot, he'd done I think it was something like 400 grand from the first cohort. And so from that, he was like, oh, I got something. And so I hired some people.
I love him.
Hired some people, doubled down, did more media, pushed into the newsletter more. Next one, I think he's done 5 cohorts now. So anyway, after his in his second year of doing the cohort, he did $4.5 million US in revenue.
I love him.
$4.5 million, absolutely insane. So that was the bit. So that cohort that he did was the launch pad for everything else, because he did.
Wait, it funded everything else.
Yeah, medical school supplied the material for YouTube to start. YouTube then supplied the audience for the newsletter to build. The newsletter then supplied the audience for the cohort to sell to. And then the cohort supplied all the money for everything else. The podcast, the team of people that he was doing all the stuff with. He doesn't even need to do the cohort anymore. It's done on its own. He just turns up for some sessions.
Because he said he's got a whole team now. And he just he doesn't have to show up anymore, right?
Doesn't have to show. I mean, he went traveling, right?
Yeah.
Around the world and just did crazy shit. He wrote the book. I mean, the book, I don't know. He sold heaps of the book, but I don't know if that's so much of a revenue driving thing as much as it is a brand building thing. You know?
Yeah. It's like being an author is just.
So he's smart enough to know that cohort won't last forever.
Because
there's only so many people who will spend that sort of money on what that is.
Okay.
And he's sort of starting to max out that audience because it's like a real high ticket item. And he grew it. Oh, Bolo said they love how he's so transparent with his income. Me too. Really love that. We know all this stuff because he's told us. Which is one of the reasons I try to share all our stuff, because I'm like, I want to help the people coming up behind me knowing where to look. But what was the bit I was going to say?
You were talking about the cohort is slowing down.
Yeah.
And
so I think part of the book is just about building that addition, like what's next. Like he's always building the next audience and what else is to come, and then he can do more and more things. But I think that cohort, it might not ever slow down, but it won't continue to grow. Oh, that's what I was going to say. It grew, it blew up 2020, 2021, 2022. 2021, 2022 where it really took off. So did all online courses.
Was that? Yeah, I was going to say COVID
stimulus checks and COVID. Yeah. So it's a bit, I think he kind of knew that. Yeah. So where's he at now? Fuck. What doesn't he do?
I mean, the book only came out 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I want to say.
Have you read it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, eh?
It's good. It's a nice, a quick read.
Yeah.
And reminders, more, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bunch of affirmations.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of affirmations. I think it's real good for his target audience, which is his new target audience, which is the younger crowd, like your generation of people. Mm-hmm. It's like a real Gen Z's book.
Yeah, I told Alistair to read it.
Yeah.
I felt I wasn't as, I don't know. I think I was expecting more because I love him so much. And I had this huge love for his brain, and I just didn't think it showcased that enough. So that's how I felt, at least. But
I think firstly it's like book number one.
yeah,
But also, I don't think it was designed for
that.
Well, there's a conflict that I have with Ali Abdaal all the time. Is that Ali Abdaal is
he's
like,
trying to fight.
yeah, let's go, Ali. No, Ali is like one of the most ambitious, overworking people in the world on YouTube. Like works harder than anyone.
Yep.
And then he has this like philosophy of like,
You don't have to
you
grind.
don't have to grind. And it's in good intentions because most people in the world can't do what Ali did. Like I was talking to a guy yesterday on Instagram and he was talking about, you seem pretty burnt out at the end of last year and blah, blah, blah. And, just talking about my comments and stuff, my content. And I was like, yeah, but like, I love it. Like I'm working that hard again now and I'm sweet. It's just, I was just actually tired. Like actually just wanted to sleep. But my point in that is that most people can't do that level of intensity.
Yeah. At that length, because if you look at his journey, it's years long.
Yeah.
And not a couple of years long.
Years.
Years and years and years long. So.
Years. 2017.
Yeah.
2017 he started. The other thing, so let's just go back to what else he's done. Why I like him so much is that he didn't. One of the things when you're in business and you're small and you're trying to grow a business and you're trying to make revenue, you make decisions that are bad for money because you need to protect yourself. So you try to get money easily.
Right.
So you'll do things to sell out to get money fast.
Okay.
And often when you're in YouTube or influencer out, you do things that aren't great for you. Or if you're a small business, you'll take the quick win.
Of course.
If you're in a small business and you're like, I just got to hustle for dollars.
Yeah, because if you've got zero, anything's better than zero.
Anything's better than zero, right? And so it's really hard for you to like give up that money that's sitting right there if I just do this dirty right now. And so Ali was like, well, he didn't publicly say this, but you can see that he's done it. And I know because I did the same thing where he was like, I'm earning some money. I'm going to go protect myself. And then he paired up with his brother and started buying property.
Right.
And he started buying really like affordable, great rental investments. And now he's got a property portfolio with him and his brother.
Are you saying that was the easy?
That was the hard thing.
Oh, okay. I was going to say like.
That was the hard thing. So now he's taking care of himself financially, personally.
Yep.
That the business doesn't have to make him money anymore.
Yep. I like that.
Because now he's like, well, actually, if the business disappears tomorrow, I'm safe. And so like for me, I had that from working a full-time job. So, and I've got super.
You and Claire. Yeah.
So Claire and our super's huge that we can retire on. And
it just keeps growing, right?
And it just keeps growing.
By itself.
Oh, I made 30 grand last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like we don't have to worry about retirement, which means you can take your time with your business.
Double
and do the
down.
right things, which means like he just went after audience.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's like I say to lots of like small creators or small businesses. There's heaps of small businesses who are like, oh, what's the next thing? It's like the next thing is making more videos. You got 40,000 followers. Get 400,000 followers. Like just don't try to get the next deal. Are you making money and you're safe? Yeah, okay, cool. Get 400,000 followers.
Yeah.
Especially businesses. Because like you'll get to like this point where like these businesses like, we got a client who's like 40,000. And they're like, what's like, they're not a problem, but what a lot of businesses at that stage will be like, okay, what can we do to these 40,000 followers? Like, what can we sell them? Actually, no, we got another client who's 15,000. I'm not going to name them on here, but they are really funny and they blow up with one big video and everyone loves them now and they're a bit older. And they're Sam's client. And anyway, they want to start doing like giving something, like not necessarily selling,
but asking,
activating their audience.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got 15,000 followers off of a big video.
Yeah, which typically in the past we've waited until the followership and the commentary is really strong, like at 100K maybe.
Before you ask for stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that even then, didn't ask in that strategy that I'm talking about.
Nah.
We didn't ask.
No, we didn't ask. So I guess what I'm saying is, slow down. As the businesses, don't
Build
sell too early.
audience.
Build audience.
Build audience. Like Ali Abdaal literally just built audience. That whole
Yes.
newsletter thing is really cool. The segmentation of different audiences and then choosing them specifically rather than just, oh, look, a bunch of eyes. And I think that's what all small creators actually have a problem of, even if they do have the eyes, because you were talking about smaller brands and businesses who still don't. But even small, not small, like creators in general, they have lots of eyes. They just they don't have a segmented audience.
Nah.
Unless their content is super, 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 super niche, which is...
Yeah, but then it's probably not very large unless they've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Whereas Ali went broad of productivity and then niched it down into people who want to use that productivity to grow a YouTube channel. And what's really good about it is he has now created through that course hundreds of amazing YouTube channels.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
and now it's like testament to him.
Of how good he is,
Yeah.
The one of them is Unknown Melbourne. I think I've showed you this guy. No.
Oh, maybe you have.
Yeah, Aussie guy. Really good. Such a good channel. It's not called...
Like he looks at...
Julian, maybe?
Small little weird things in
Melbourne and tells
places.
you this behind the scenes story.
The history.
So good. And he was from an Ali Abdaal course. Okay, we got some questions and it's 21 past 8 because we spent 8 minutes trying to get the bloody thing. So our first question, I don't know if they're still here. You know what? Let's maybe start from the bottom because they might still be here.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
Mauricio says, what was the reality check? Go watch the video. Unless you want to add anything more to that.
I mean, this podcast gets 7 weekly views, so... And I'm pretty sure that's like one person in our team just watching it every day. So.
People are saying in this comment, there's more than 7 people here right now.
Yeah.
And I think what we need to tell is it's not the people in the live, it's the people on the Spotify or the YouTube. The YouTube gets more than 7. It's the Spotify that gets 7.
It's a Spotify. Yeah. Honestly, it's funny because this storyline, I know it's still running out, but I just want to put a little tidbit. We actively were trying to make it so that we weren't selling to our audience, and it came across like we were, and everyone is saying like, oh, this is a ploy, and so it's just a fun little learning that, when we talk about our work in any regard, it will seem like a ploy now.
It's so funny because we never talk about it, and then soon as we do any talk about it, like, oh, this is a bit, and it's like, it's all a bit.
It's exactly,
all a bit.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Someone's
learning. Just saying here is, where is your podcast available? Blah, 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 blah. Our podcast is only on Spotify and YouTube because honestly, Apple Podcast people, who really listens to Apple Podcasts? Sorry, go away.
I've never met anyone who does.
Bolo does.
Oh.
Sorry, Bolo. But sorry, we're not putting it on Apple. It's just too much effort. It's so annoying to try put it onto Apple. You have to use Apple ID and all. No, it's just...
I hate Apple ID. It's the worst thing ever.
Apple ID is the worst. Next person said, give Joni a raise.
Don't.
No. Sorry, Bula. She said ouch. Or he said ouch. I'm not sure if it's a he or she. When do you guys release episodes? They go out Tuesday to Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They go out every day. Every one of those days.
Yeah.
How do I break out of the niche? I don't know what the niche is, but how does someone break out of a niche?
Like you no longer want your niche?
Yeah, let's pretend. They didn't give us anything else.
I don't know. Double down into the niche that you want to do. Like, it's just not.
I know. It's so obvious.
It's fleeting. Like, content is so fleeting. You just make a million, flood it with the thing that you want to do.
I personally think start a new channel.
That's also a really good. Yeah.
I think start a new channel. I think if you're properly niched into something and it's working, don't change it. Just start a new channel.
Yeah. If you've got a good, loyal audience, you don't want to piss them off. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. Well, because you might just decide you don't want to do that niche and go back to the other niche, and then you just screwed up your channel. Just start a new channel. There's this thing that people don't think they can have multiple channels.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's such a good narrative I want to spin. Everyone watching, this is how I 10x my revenue, because I'm telling clients you need more than one channel.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's amazing. And then we just use the like us as an example, or
Yeah, and now I charge you 2, 3, 4 times as much because you've
We're
got 2,
running
3, 4 channels.
3 channels because you said you have 3 different goals.
This is truth. So we're just going to spread that nonsense. No, but it is true.
But it is true.
Yeah.
I think if ever I decided I didn't want to be like silly freaking relationship journey, I wanted to be like marketing girly journey. I can't do that on my channel. That's just not.
No,
it's not where it exists.
Just make a new one.
I would just make a new one.
Just make a new one. You could probably slowly change it, but why?
Yeah.
Bod T says, give her a raise or I'll boycott your company. I mean, go for it. Go for it. We really
I don't need a raise, guys. Please. It's embarrassing now. Stop. I just feel like embarrassed.
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you should.
But if things go well, Jodie's going to make lots of money real quick. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Don't you worry. Wait till Dating Boy drops.
Yeah, just.
Someone said, how are you doing this at 8 a.m.? I mean, we would have started at 8:30, so it's not that big of a deal, but
Yeah.
it is an effort. It isn't nothing.
To have your brain switched on enough. I mean, there have been some really flop episodes, like I'm not going to lie.
Oh, for sure.
But
And
I'm used to it
always
now.
grumpy in the morning too because I haven't had enough coffee. I'm still drinking my second coffee. I'm not waking up.
Also, Stan's people meter rises the more he's around people. And like, if I'm the first person, his tolerance for people are so low. And by the end of the day, he's pretty all right. He's fine.
Also, there's like 3 types of people in the world. There's like the people who actually don't need me to speak to them. Joni's not really that. Then there's people who don't need to speak to me, but like would probably like it if I did speak to them. That's where Joni comes in.
That's me.
Yeah. And then there's people who need me to speak to them. Those people I speak to in the morning because like they will actually cry. And you're just like, Stan's such a dick. And Alicia's like, I love hanging out with Stan.
Yeah. I mean, if I want to talk to you, I just message you and be like, hey, can we talk? How's your day?
How's your day? As we sit next to each other.
I've never done that in my life. That is such a lie.
That's such a lie. You would never do that. Tips on creating an online community. That's such a bloated question. We don't have time for that. Put out more content.
Yeah, try everything.
What did Joni do for work pre-attention seeker?
I was a retail store manager. Embarrassing.
Someone said, I bombarded the last videos with comments why the TikTok is not doing its thing. I don't get it.
Oh, by the way, guys, we don't look at the comments. Like Stan and I, sometimes
I
we're
look
not
at the comments.
really, we're not active. I'm not active
You're
in
not.
there.
I do. Joni doesn't.
I'm trying to edit another 49 TikToks. That's why.
Joni doesn't look at the comments, but I do. But I do it for sentiment analysis, not for
Right.
what people are saying.
But our comm managers are looking, and
Yeah.
if you're getting a reply, it's because we have a whole department focused on replying to our comments.
Yeah, that's a real interesting thing that we haven't really talked about.
Yeah, no one knows.
Is that we've talked about how Joni has a team around her who helps her with TikTok, and then they all just think it's Joni still. But like,
Like
she literally like is a star of the videos and does the strategy.
I'm nothing. I'm nothing without
You're not
the people
You're not
around
nothing,
me.
but you're not nothing because that's not true.
Not nothing, but
No.
like I just can't. I can't.
But we couldn't do that volume and level of
Yeah.
attention and community building without the full team around.
No, not at
There
all.
is actually, if we take, there's Joni, Laura, the interns. It's just called the interns 2 people because there's
Yeah.
a in and
There's a
out of
whole-
it. Mel, who else? Who am I missing?
I mean, yourself. and
me.
some-
So there's like 6 of us all running the one channel that Joni is the face of.
Yeah.
And people don't really get that.
That I pretend to run myself online, which is a bit. Please don't get mad at me.
Yeah. Who's replying to my comments on TikTok?
Mel or Brooke?
Mel or Brooke.
And
Yeah, Mel or Brooke. What do you guys actually do? This is
this.
it. I'm a celebrity.
We make podcasts.
Oh, we're gonna go. It's 8:30. See you guys. Come back tomorrow and answer your questions.
All
So
right.
trust me.
Ciao
See you,
for
bye.
now. Bye.